It's your drive home on Hot 103. Folks, looks like that storm is headed right for us. Gonna put some gas in my Furman generator, stop by the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and of course, watch Mike's weather page. Y'all stay safe out there.
What's up? We're ahead of schedule, man. I was 40 seconds. Usually it takes that 3 minutes to get everything working, but we're here. A couple people asking, that was Hurricane Ian footage from my Storm Chaser truck. That was a storm that had the longest eye wall I think anybody's ever experienced. That storm just seemed like it stopped. And definitely was never ending. I'll never forget that one. A lot of people said it down here. All right, well, hey, how's everybody doing? Good morning. This is our little daily brew weather show. We are coming to you live from Oldsmar. It is June 12th, and we got a little bit to talk about. A little bit of weather, a little bit of tropics. And, yeah. So welcome. Our Daily Brew little spot we meet in the mornings. Most mornings we'll be live tomorrow. No live Friday. I got to go out of town. We'll be live tomorrow. Usually it's Monday through Friday, but if I have something to come up, remember, you can always go to the webpage and see the next Daily Brew right here, right where the video is at. You can see when we're live again. Where we talking tropics here and current weather in specifically Florida, because we have Invest 90. First spaghetti of the year. Spaghetti is our name. We love spaghetti. I just wish I could eat more of it. I can't eat more of it. All right, so let's say hi to Louie. We'll say hi to some folks here for a little bit. Louie, what are you doing, buddy? All right, Louie, you're done. Louie's very hyper today. We're going to go with Hunter. We'll just have Hunter 2 days in a row. I don't know what Louie's all problem is today. He's all hyper about something. Emily's not home and Julie's not home, so I think he's a little worked up. Oh, Sharon's not going to Key West. Well, listen, it's not going to be all day long rain, so I don't know. I'd be careful. Peer player, stop the rain. What's up, Mr. Richard and Old Galley? Oh, jeez. What was that all about? Bonnie from Lakeland, good morning. Mary from Miami Springs, good morning. Steven from Texas, you might have a little action your way next week. We're going to talk about that. Probably shouldn't have gave him his pill right before we went online. He's got a little food in his mouth. He just got done drinking water. He's like in heaven right now. It is Hunter. We'll do Louis tomorrow. Yeah, John, right? Port St. Lucie, you getting some rain over there? What's up, Mr. James Cusano? I hope I said it right. Michelle, Homosassa right on that edge of not getting a lot. We got all the sounds today coming out of here. You gonna calm down, buddy? He's 4 years old, somebody was asking. What's up, Susie? What's up, Jason from PCB? Katie Haley, what's up? Oh, man. Yeah, rain now. Oh, the emotions of rain. I have to tell you. What's up, Cindy? Got a new name? I think. You change your name up a little bit from Miss Sharky's there. Thomas, you're in Sarasota, man. What about that rain y'all got yesterday? Jeez, oh, crackers. I think we're going to lose the dogs pretty quick today. They're very hyper. You about done now too, buddy? I should have never gave them their water. I've never done that right before the live, and I think they're I think they want to go play now. So you go say goodbye. Say bye-bye. Oh, man. They're down there. Now they're down there chewing their bones. They're hyper. They got energy. Water does that. All right, so we got some rain to talk about. Kitchen, right? We got Invest 90. We're going to talk about that. First spaghetti of the season. Tropical tidbits on the site. And there you go. Nothing to worry about. We do have some Texas action we're going to talk about. We've been really talking about it. It's nice to see the long-range modeling pan out. No sound. Oh, don't scare me like that. I think it is, Joseph. I think it's working. Morning, Candy. Mike Moore, good morning. Got some new people over there in the Brew crew. Cool. Dan, good morning. I'm doing good, Justice. Cool. Well, our Daily Brew brought to you by our great friends at ABC Fine Wine Spirits. Got their logo right over there. Nope, no, I don't. Got it over there. The camera's backwards, so there's our logo. ABC Fine Wine Spirits. We're heading out to Newberry this weekend, so we'll be making a stop there on Thursday afternoon for the weekend goodies. ABC might try the new store in Winter Garden. If you live in the Winter Garden area, check out their new store. It is unbelievable. Concept is just wild. Let's talk about the weather real quick in the whole country, and then we'll get right into Florida and the tropics. Gainesville had a random rain shower yesterday. I know, and there's chances you all might get some more tomorrow. Melinda, good morning. Niceville's hot. That's right, Lisa. Hey, what's up, Brian? Made it a little earlier today. Cool, buddy. We'll talk about Texas here in a little bit. All right, so here's 3-day weather map. We got two front lines. We got a stalled out front line over Florida that's causing all this action, low pressure. We got storms up to the north. So it's worth pointing out because we have people that watch us everywhere. This is today. Storm Prediction Center giving an enhanced orange, 3 out of 5, kind of rare. So pay attention to anybody in the very northern parts of the U.S. today. There's actually a tornado possibility today. Way up there near Canada, eh? So watch out. We might have a tornado watch way to the north. All this hangs out for the next few days. Here's severe hail today. Hatch means 2 inches plus today. And then tomorrow, this low frontal line spreads east a little bit more, and we got storms. Areas that aren't used to them towards the Great Lakes. We also have a possible tornado outlook tomorrow coming in the green area for Thursday. And then on Friday, that frontal line makes its way to the northeast in New England, and we got a yellow already. So day 3 yellows, usually pretty confident. We might even get enhanced sometimes. Day 3 yellows are not common. So they're expecting some stormy, windy weather for the New England Northeast on Friday. There's our tropics. All right, so 2 spots on the official map. BOGO. We always say BOGO. Publix has BOGO specials. We always say BOGO, and we have 2 things here in Florida. What's up, Bill in Lauderdale? What's going on? Brew Crew Chat, 52 members. Yeah, what's up, Deborah Reese? So a lot of rain. We're going to talk about the rain. But we got a spot in Texas. Now, I posted earlier today. We've been talking about this BOC now for over a week. So I'm right half the time. Maybe 51%. All right, so this is Invest 90 over Florida. Nothing to stress about it. It's not going to organize. Maybe organized between Bermuda and the East Coast, so don't get worried when you see that big X. That's just a low pressure area that's over Florida right now, but it is going to be spinning clockwise, pumping action across Florida. And this new little spot popped up. This is next week, so we're going to be watching some energy that comes across Central America, the Central American gyre, and could head to Texas. Right now, the models are trending a little south of Texas. But all these areas we've been watching close. I love this map here. This puts it in a nutshell. Oh, everybody like my nutshell? We should do the whole live in the hat, the whole nutshell hat. This is a nutshell. Weather in a nutshell. People always ask, what's the hat? All right, so we watch these model maps. We got a new Global Tropics Hazards map came out yesterday, and check it out. There's that area that's now red, which is pretty high percentage, so that could be our first system of the year. Notice the end of June here, not showing anything. What's up with that? Don't know. So that's sad. I don't have a graphic up because there really isn't anything new to share, but big news yesterday, Colorado State University came out with their updated hurricane outlook. Now, they do this. They had one in April. They had one yesterday. Philip Glossback from Colorado State University, one of the big dogs in the weather forecast world, they did not change anything, which was a little surprise to me because we haven't had anything up till now. Still calling for, 23 storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 majors. Don't quote me on that, but something like that. Whatever they predicted in April, they're still predicting. So if anything, they actually went up because I thought we were going to have a system in May because we've had so many in the last 10, 12 years. So they still predict 23 storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 majors. So. But you like to see these weeks with nothing, right? Right. All right, Texas real quick. This is tropicaltidbits.com. I'm going to talk about everything else and then go into this a little bit more at the end. This is basically a map I posted this morning. Euro on the top, Icon on the top, GFS on the bottom, Canadian GM on the bottom. All 4 showing just south of Texas. Now, remember, counterclockwise spinning systems, even with a landfall to the south, we could still have some winds push up or rains push up into Texas. So don't take your eye off this little guy. I just want to bring up that the 4 models all showing pretty much the same thing. I'm going to show some ensembles that are still a little all over the place, maybe a little more lift to the north. So, but that's a trend right now. This is and the timing on this is Wednesday of next week. So this little guy is going to be popping up into the picture quick. But confidence is pretty good. All these are around 998, nothing too severe. 994, that's your pressure rating. Maybe a weak hurricane. These little guys spin up quick down here in the BOC. They call that the Bay of Campeche. Bay Campeche. Peachy. What is it? Peachy or Peche? I need a true English or Spanish pronunciation. Is it Peche or Peachy? I don't know. All right. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. All right, what else we got? All right, so a lot of this, too, we've been bringing up. I got the MGO graphic fixed, or they fixed it. I got the correct link now. That was all over the place. But a lot of this convection that we're seeing in this spark of storms and possibilities is definitely influenced by this MJO. We talk about the MJO all the time. It's a phase of circles the globe, and when we're in an enhanced phase of this MJO, storms bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. This could figure that as Jimmy Buffett. He's over us right now. And anytime we have an enhanced phase of the MJO, it just allows thunderstorms to increase. It allows rising air, which promotes thunderstorms. And we're seeing that right now. And this blue is enhanced. And this is going to last for a little while. The sinking air pattern squashes storms a little more easier. MJO really influences early season a lot, I've learned over the years. Middle peak season, it doesn't matter as much. But early season, yes. Here's that moisture map, though, we've been sharing a lot. This really puts it into perspective, what's going on. So reds are moisture in the air. Your PWAP values, that's the amount of moisture. You can see this funnel of moisture coming in from Africa. A lot of tropical wave action here that's getting lifted up. And you're already starting to see some spin here in the water vapor map, or it's not a vapor map, but the precipitable water map. South of Central America, this little area here. This is eventually going to cross Central America and potentially get going next week. So this whole general juicy area right here is going to end up here. This is what's bringing all the rain into Florida. You can see it pumping in. Look at this. We're going to talk about all that rain from yesterday. Unbelievable rains. We had crazy rains in many spots. Rain training is real, but this is that red. Reds is a lot of juice. When you get a lot of juice, you get a lot of opportunities for rain to fall. And it's going to continue, believe it or not, the next 3 days possibly for the Florida Peninsula. Now this surge is going to get pulled to the north. Not this surge, this surge. So we got Florida Peninsula, Upper Gulf, and then possibly Texas, Mexico, middle of next week. There's that. All right, here's the radar for the last 24 hours. Basically just showing you a couple things. One, we had about 7 inches yesterday, right smack dab over northern Pinellas, right here. You can see the, whoops, I can't. Let's see if I can stop it. Oh, darn it. Oh, I can, what the hell's going on here? Oh, I can pause it. Let's see. Pause. Oh, can I slide it? You can't slide it. Oh, I can go forward maybe. I don't know. Anyway. First off, we had a lot of rain north of Interstate 4 midday, and we had several inches in Pinellas County and Tarpon Springs area holiday. A lot of flooding. But then the big one overnight was, or into the night, was Sarasota and that area. And this little area rain dumped maybe 10 inches plus, 12 inches plus. I haven't seen anything official yet, but tons of flooding down there. And we had a little low. That little low came across Pinellas County Skyway Bridge last night, and as the storms do, they spin counterclockwise. And what happened was it just pumped all this moisture in as this little low came across. So that's going to happen again today, and I'm going to show you some things they're worried about today. But that was a lot of rain. Here's a rain map I posted this morning. This is totals. You can see some pockets of purple that would be 10 to 12 inches. So that's Sarasota area. Here's that rain in northern Pinellas and Pasco. That was around 4 to 5 to 6 inches. Lots of rain down south in Naples area. They had some flooding too. They 9 to 10 to 12 inches. Miami area. So this is all, 24-hour rains. We had quite a bit over there at the Cape. I know we didn't get much Gainesville north. Well, some people said they had some in Gainesville. Ocala maybe. Ocala didn't get much. Jacksonville people are definitely mad. They want rain. Everybody who doesn't get rain gets mad. See, there's the Foy right there, right? Not a drop in Jacksonville. And it doesn't look like you're going to get much, so. Hey, I got a morning, Mike. Both pronunciations are correct. So I can say Campeche, because I like peachy. I like Georgia. There's a Leonard Skinner song, Georgia Peaches. I love Georgia peaches. No, oh, now we're saying no peachy. No peachy. E is Spanish. See, now I'm confused. We're getting sharks. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, you ain't kidding me. I know you're not mad, Michael Steven. I'm jokingly saying mad. People are passionate about weather, and it's okay. Oh, Stephanie, you got me a link on YouTube. I'll check it out. What's up, Miss Tropical Troubles? How are you doing? You see that Cat 3 coming at you? We're in the sharing the GFS days of the internet. And wow. Hey, what's up, Billy K? What's up, Fred? Fort Pierce, Florida. How about that? Yes, I know, right here. Crazy. Bill Barber had to turn everything off. What's up there, Brian from Sunrise? How's it going down there? I might be. Well, I'm not gonna head up. I'm not gonna head that south. I'm gonna go south maybe today. I have this weird feeling Cape Coral might get a lot of rain today. What's up, Hunter? All right, so there's rainfall. All right, what else we got? All right, there is the juicy map. All right, so these are if you go back to the website, this is kind of how my website works, by the way. So we have the show obviously here. Sponsored by our good friends at Direct Remodels. 40% off for MWP fans for Hurricane windows. We've already had a bunch of MWPs very happy getting their Hurricane windows with Direct Remodels. 40% off. But anyway, right below that, Invest 90. There you go. These are our direct links to Tropical Tidbits and also floater links here. So these are live satellite floater links. There's also some cool stuff. This is for Invest 90s. So the reason they call them Invest, the reason that we have this little system over Florida right now, it's an area that they are investigating, basically. And the season starts out with Invest 90. Every time we get an Invest, it goes to 99, then it resets back to 90. No reason other than that's what they do. I-90. But there's a lot of cool things you can click on. I usually try to find them. There's not a lot on this one right now, so I didn't spend a lot of time on it. But you can look at ensembles on Weather Nerds. Right here, 90 ensembles. You know, more spaghetti. This is always good to have. A lot of spaghetti. Wind analysis is pretty cool. This is on Invest 90. This is a current look at the winds. I know it's sloppy. You can kind of make out Florida right here. Look, there's Florida. There's Tampa Bay. So you can kind of figure it out there. There's the low. If there is a low, these are the winds. So these little maps are useful. You know, once we have a storm, this one's a little easier to maybe see. But you get the idea. It's an old front. You know, these tails of front sometimes get spinning. You can see it really well on surface maps here. Right here. This is kind of the gist of it. Usually your fronts, you have a line, like a frontal line, but then right here you can see it. You can see that little low-level spin. Not much, but it's there. It's a low. A lot of wind shear. We talked about the wind shear. 250 millibar. There's a lot of, this is jet stream wind shear. Incredible amount of wind shear. So that's just pushing and blowing all the convection off. So development never looked very much possible with this system. But next week, the wind shear definitely relaxes a lot. And there's a window of opportunity for the BOC. But we also have a high pressure building back in next week. And it's going to push whatever gets going down here either that way, this way, or that way. Definitely probably not that way. That's the new area of interest. It's not an invest yet. We only get spaghetti models when we have an invest. With this little site, I don't know if it's active this year or not. Hopefully it is. Ensemble means there it is, but I don't see it yet. Darn it. Well, maybe it is. It's not checked yet. No. This is usually a cool one because we can blend the members, ensembles, and oh my god, I love this map. I hope it's not working yet. Darn it. Tom or Berg. Hopefully it's working for this season. Because I love it. It was my favorite model last year. I think we might. Oh, this is a cool graphic. I like this one. Look at this one. Look at that. We got all kinds of cool stuff on here. We got track density, summary plots. We have ensemble plots. We have the actual track of this thing. This is the history of it. This is where it's at now, right over to Lakeland. So Lakeland, you get the first storm of the year. You get Invest 90 if you're living in Lakeland. But I'll find it. He's got all kinds of cool products on here. We have sensitivity models, but I don't know if we see. I don't know. Well, I'll keep looking. Anyway, that's just like all kinds of stuff for whatever storm we might have. And if we have National Hurricane Center graphics, such as if it was a storm, that would be here also. All in this second column from the left. And I have all this extra space down here that we could end up bumping things down. So that's the way the website works, in case you were wondering. There's some more graphics showing you what's bubbling. Let me slow down a little bit. Drink some coffee. Campeche. I'm going to stick with that. Mike's weather page daily. Love it, buddy. Thank you, Tiffany's. Thank you, ma'am. Buddy. 7 inch in 1 hour. Sarasota was amazing. Ben Chapman. Yes. Crazy. Rocco, good morning. What's up? So what's up, Trent Hogg? Yeah, so let's talk about today. All right, so it doesn't look like much right now. There's sunshine out there, right? You're thinking, it's over. Well, guess what? No, it's not. Not over, okay? Everybody's like, it's a busted forecast. But I added a link. It's a GIF, and it's not the way I wanted it. So I changed it. I'm going to have a PWatt link. But anyway, this is what PWatt is. This is your moisture in the atmosphere. So anytime you get 2 inches or plus, it's a pretty good indicator you're going to get a lot of rain. So there's your Tampa Bay here. Here's your Interstate 4 line, basically. Everything's Interstate 4 in the world. But all your big PWatt numbers are to the south, 2.5 inches. So that's a lot of moisture. So if anything starts brewing as far as rains and stuff, there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere that can fall. So I've never had a PWatt map with the numbers on it. And what's cool about the PWatt map, everybody say it with me, PWatt map. You can look at history. You can add things to it. There's your precipitable water, 850. But you can look at the history too, which is kind of neat. So when we have these big rain events, you can come over here and kind of like verify it that way. So there's PWatt. All right, so what do they got going for us today? Well, here's the deal. They came out with this here a second ago. Let me show you. Here's spaghetti models before I lose them. There's your tropical tidbit spaghetti models. We'll be using these a lot this year. So if anything were to form, that's where it's going to go. Maybe some rain for Newfoundland, maybe. But development chances, there's another graphic that Levi has. This is all the blend of models that show you development chances. You'll see this a lot. This is the model data, so it's not that it's wrong. It's just I don't see these as very reliable sometimes. So we use them, but you take them, you take everything with a grain of salt. Just remember Hurricane Otis in Mexico. Look it up. Here's the HRRR Rapid Refresh model. Denise from Pine Island. Oh my goodness. I'm heading down to Fort Myers next week for a dinner party. And I think they still had 6 seats left. But yeah, I was out at Pine Island right after Ian. That was amazing. I hope you're doing okay down there. Thank you, Michelle. Overcast Hernando. 24 total is 8.2, Chris. Okay. Not 10. Surprised. Pouring in Venice. Yes, let's talk about the rains coming. Lisa from Louisiana. Rock. Been up there a few times. Cool. Anything else I missed? Nope. All right. So this is something new I've never done. Let me know if you like it or not. I've been trying to do these 4 model grids. You might have to pinch zoom them on your mobile devices, but I always share the HRR, and I always start to look at past. So this model runs every hour, and 1 hour might be different from another hour, but the important thing is consistency. So this is the last 4 runs of the HRR. So what this basically is telling you is pretty good consistency in the 4 hours it ran. the 9Z, 8Z, 7Z, 6Z, that we got a pocket of purple down here. And I know it's hard to see probably, but here's Tampa. I'm going to circle Tampa Bay. There's Tampa Bay. When I say Tampa Bay, I'm talking about Manatee, Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough area. So there's that. So look at these pockets and how close. Right here. Look at. They're very, very similar. So that low pressure, as it escapes, is going to, bring in these rains, and these little pockets of purple could do what happened yesterday. And these are a little bit farther south. Remember yesterday I shared the 30-inch rain map, said it wasn't a forecast, but it was interesting, and that created a lot of negativity. But it was showing yesterday we could see some rain training. So this is interesting. And this is rain all across the state. Now, Naples might get a little break. We'll see. There's a little bit down there in the Keys. Definitely don't look bad at all. The Keys aren't going to get much at all. This is today's rain map, not tomorrow's, today's. We did get a new flood watch. You remember they started things out yesterday. It was just a little one down here where they've been expanding it north. Now the flood watch goes all the way up to Manatee County and Hardy County. So this is a flood watch through tomorrow night, meaning we might get heavy rain. And notice, it's the south side of our low. Low pressures are so, hurricane or not, all the action spins around. And usually the bottom side is the juicy side. So that's flood watch. This was posted right before we went live. This was interesting to me because they actually circled a little bit where I'm at. But basically telling people local rainfall rates 2 to 4 inches an hour with an additional 1 to 6 plus inches possible. Sufficient training, repeatedly training, and isolated flash flood. That's for basically today. But notice that red area they highlighted. That's where those PWAP values are so high and where we're seeing. So everything's lining up that you're going to have some big rains in that purple area, especially the red area. So, wow, right? All right, let's take a look at some models here on Tropical Tidbits and talk about what's going down here in Texas and go from there. Barbados, yeah, we're going to show you right now, buddy. Big show, bigs. Not a lot right now. Yeah, we're going to talk about that little dar fry. Is that how we do it? No spinach. Spaghetti's okay. No spinach, Bill. I love it. What's up, Lord Andrew? How you doing, buddy? I think I'm gonna head south. I'm not gonna storm chase the camera, but I want to go south. I got my drone and some other stuff. So, what's up, Joe? Joe, you had to work. What's up with that? All right, here's all your models. We look at Tropical Tidbits. Another thing, too, with tropical models, when we have an invest, we end up with hurricane models like the H-Wharf, H-Mon. These are your old GFDL models. And what was the other one? It's been so many years ago, I can't remember now. But anyway, then we had the HAFSA last year and the B. So they had two versions of the Hofs model. And I love the H-Wharf for intensity. But we'll see. And they don't have it on. They haven't been running Invest 90. I'm wrong. I thought they ran them with Invest. Maybe not. GFS does. Euro does. All right. Well, the hurricane models don't run with Invest. I thought they did. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they just haven't yet. It's not a true Invest. It's not all the spaghetti models are running too. By the way, normally you have a lot more members than this, so it's kind of a Invest without a lot of love. So anyway, all right, so let's talk about the Gulf, what's cooking down there. We'll start out with the latest Euro. This is going to show everybody. We can look at Barbados for sure. I don't think you really have much coming other than normal rains. Here's the latest one on the Euro. Rain. Here's rain tomorrow morning. So tropics only from here on out, but I do want to point one more thing out. Florida. We still have a flood chance. Let me show you. This is, like I said, everybody yesterday was so mad at noon because they didn't get rain, and then guess what happened? It rained. This is not a 4-hour event. So here's your flood map for today, all the way to Tampa. Flood map for tomorrow, still in the same. This is for Thursday. We even have it for Friday. So this is not going to just end with the snap of the fingers. There's a lot of moisture pumping up. Now, Saturday doesn't look too bad. Sunday, it's gone. So Sunday has been the theme. It's going to be a lot better on Sunday. Isolated stuff here and there. Then the rains head up to the northern part. Now, this doesn't go to Monday, but Monday we could have really heavy rains in the upper Gulf Coast. We'll see that here. So here's Thursday morning. Watching the Caribbean, really nothing. Here's Thursday afternoon. There's our possibility of our low pressure spinning up on Friday. Here's that low plopping off the BOC down here on Friday. There's that rain lingering down here. Now watch what happens too. So Invest 90 scoots off, right? This little low pops up here. This stuff here, because we have high pressure building back in, it's going to get shoved up to the north. So this is separate, this rain for the upper Gulf Coast. It's coming Sunday, Monday. I didn't have to look at it because that's what I know is going to happen because that's what we've been talking about. I'm hoping now I'll feel silly. All right, here's Saturday. There's something trying to get going down there. There's our low racing off. Could develop. It's going to be a race. Who's first, I have a feeling. And there's that little surge of moisture. The Euro's been trending west. This is Sunday. The Euro's been definitely trending west of everybody else. And then here's that little low kind of doing its thing and sliding into Mexico. This is Wednesday morning, so you can just kind of see that little low. So that's probably a good chance of something developing. This is saying tropical stormish, maybe last second hurricane into Mexico. But we're going to watch for ensembles here that don't turn your eye Texas yet as far as anything. Now down the road, so many people have been sharing 300 hour plus models on the GFS. We'll talk about that here in a second. But I really want to focus on the storm that could reach Texas first. Then we'll look at long range, okay? Okay. So let's look at the icon, which I love. Here's the icon. Here's that big surge of moisture. I'm just going to leave it right there. This is 6Z. This is Sunday, early Monday morning. There's that surge. And then here's our low forming. Icon, great at sniffing out tropical development. There's that surge into Monday on the upper Gulf. Here's our little low setting up down there. And it spins, gets kind of close to the Texas border, but it stays down in Mexico. Down there hanging out with Kenny Chesney. Don't drink the water. What was that song? Nobody came for the water. All right, there's the icon. Canadian, same thing. There's that surge Sunday, Monday, upper Gulf Coast. Could be heavy rain, upper Gulf Coast, Sunday into Monday. And then here's our little low coming off the Yucatan. And it develops there. Yesterday, the Canadian had it hit in Texas. Now it's trended back down. And then our last model we'll look at would be the GFS. And even the GFS, for once, agrees with everybody else. And makes a weak little low. Notice what it does, though. It brings a blob of rain into Texas on Tuesday. But 4 models, 4 showing Mexico. Now, let's go to some ensembles here. And then I want to look at the UK because that's not on Levi's site. So let's look at the UK. It's a good model. It's been around forever. And we'll take a look at that one. And then we'll pop on over to the ensembles. But there's your UK, not showing much at all. A little weak low pressure area Wednesday. So nothing really significant. Well, we always look at the ensembles. Here's ensemble. These are all the different members of the Euro. Let's go to the GFS next. Here's the Gulf of Mexico. And basically you can see, a few of the members have it going more north. Enough to say, don't stop watching Texas. Brian, if you're watching. Doesn't look too bad, but, a little more time in the Gulf, it could do a little something sneakier. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Confidence is definitely increasing, though, that next week we're going to see something here. Majority of them curve it back into Mexico, but there are a handful keeping it into the Western Gulf. Here's that low across Florida, nothing to worry about. Down the road stuff, we'll get into that here in a little bit. GFS ensembles, which aren't too bad. We'll go to the Gulf of Mexico, take a look at that. And you can kind of see starting to brew some stuff here. And then, majority of them. But you got a quarter of them going up into Texas. So just keep an eye on things. This is, never know. But the fact we have 4 operational runs kind of showing it. This is the outliers right now. So just, and, the shear, we've been talking a lot about the wind shear. Gulf wind shear next week looks, a lot lighter for development. Here's Wednesday. Still got some wrapped around the top side, but overall wind shear next week is a lot less than it is now. Still going to have some from the north. This northern wind shear sometimes can work opposite as a system's trying to spin up, but it depends if it gets underneath this little pocket they call it anti-cyclone. So, this is Tuesday. If it's down in this area, but the steering patterns, aren't really pushing it north as much as it would need to get too far north. But anyway. And we can look at all kinds of stuff here. You can look at all the different members, and you can look at the actual lows, and you get an idea of the and that's a paid site. But you can go to Levi's site. We haven't done this yet, but zoom in on your region. Go to the let's go right here, Western Atlantic, and you go to ensembles. Hit EPS, and then hit ensemble member, and it kind of gives you the idea of all the different members and where they clustering the majority of them. And you can just see that right there. So there's that. Same thing with the GFS. You kind of get that consistency. But, let's look at some rainfall totals. Anomalies. This kind of shows you that, the juice coming up through the week. Obviously, heavier rains. I like this map. Actual rainfall, let's see what it shows for total rainfall. And there's that rain. The GFS is definitely aggressive, showing more. This is through Thursday, but look at that. We got some big pockets of 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of rain there because it's going a little more north than the Euro. And there's your GFS or your Euro showing the big rain. A little bit of rain going up into Texas, but according to the Euro, the heavy stuff border south. But that, it could change. The idea is if that little blob goes a little north, guess what? You can have a lot of rain. The yellow is about 10 inches. So definitely going to be a juicy whatever. It's just where does it end up? So remember that. If you're down in Texas and this goes a little bit to the north, you're going to get possibly 10 inches of rain before next week, following weekend. My kids are so trained. Let me know when I'm allowed to come in the house. Here's the Canadian rains. Here's that upper Gulf blob for Sunday, Monday, showing a lot of rains possibly for the upper Gulf. And there's the track of our future system. So that's, that's kind of all I've got to say about that. I don't really want to get too much. Let's look at the moisture maps for the upper Gulf. So Sunday, Monday, they got their little system of leftover frontal line pushing back up to the northern parts of there. So let's go up to 10 days. The Euro has not been shown much, but the GFS has. But the upper Gulf thing hasn't really materialized as much as I thought it was going to. There's your icon showing. So, yeah, it's kind of, I mean, this is icon 5-day rains. Euro's still not showing much for the upper Gulf Coast. But we do have officially upper Gulf Coast here on our long-range hazards outlook, 616 to 618. So they're still showing heavy rain across the upper Gulf Coast. This is from Texas almost to the Florida Panhandle early week. Heavy rains. We got big heat building in. They're talking about a huge heat dome for July 4th across a big chunk of the eastern U.S. We'll have to see about that. So rains today look pretty heavy. You can start to see some things brewing out here. There's more moisture. Remember we showed those PWatt values. There's a lot of stuff. This is all happening now. See this bubbling? This is all juice it's going to get. And we get those rain trains into the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area, which I think we will. You guys are going to have the big numbers like Sarasota saw yesterday. So that's kind of my thinking. Sarasota one kind of came out of nowhere as far as the rain training went. But every post I made basically said the rain trains come. Can't predict them, but they happen all the time. And modeling does not depict rain training at all. So like if you look at actual official modeling for Florida, the modeling is a blend of numbers usually. This is NOAA, but a little more blended look. And the reason I want to bring this up more than anything, then I want to talk about HRR. But look at the rainfall as we go into Saturday morning. We still are showing 3-4 inches in Pinellas County, Tampa 4-5, 4 in Lakeland. Yesterday we talked about this thing backing up a little bit. When it starts to do that swing north, I mean, we got there's a chance of folks that were pretty upset when they didn't get rain. We could see some rain north of Interstate 4 more Thursday and Friday. So that's encouraging for those that want to see some rain. Here's basically today. That's why they got Pinellas County circled in Hillsborough. Still an inch plus possible this evening. So we can still have 2 inches over, the afternoon here. And then the Thursday rains. So the next 2 days still pretty juicy. This is 24-hour rain totals. Let's look at Euro individual stuff real quick, and then we'll slow her down a little bit here. Let's look at any pockets of rain. Sometimes these models will pick up a little more chances of stuff. Still can see 10 inches plus down there across southwest Florida. Crazy. Let's see what the latest HRR shows. A little south of Cape Coral, that run. Let's see what the 11Z showed. There's a heavy one there. So this is the pocket that we could really be watching some big stuff. This is actually showing 13 inches of rain possibly. And actually the windy map does a really good job if you really want to zoom in to your area. So let's zoom in. Hey, I saw reviews of the new Margaritaville ship. It looks pretty nice. I was really impressed actually. The inaugural sailing is happening right now. But I was really curious what we're going to see with that new ship. It looked pretty darn good. Here's the latest HRR. It's showing you, 6 inches in Naples, 6 inches Ave Marie. Cape Coral, this run a little less. 5. Inglewood 5. This is for today. I wonder if we can go back. The only thing is you can't go back. What's the NAM showing? I don't really like the NAM. Well, see the NAM's a little more north. 24 hours, 5.7. NAM's actually showing Pinellas County with 4 inches of rain today. 4 in Clearwater. This is 24-hour rains. Indian Rocks Beach. Port St. Lucie with 1. So. Yeah, we'll see. These little high. I wonder. I can't really go back. Can we go back? I would love to be able to go back to prior runs. I think we might be able to here, maybe. No. Be nice if we could look back prior model runs on this, but I don't think we can. Anyway, all right, Destin 16 to 19. Well, it's gonna be a little rainy possibly if this thing goes north. Not bad. David, great question, wants to know about hurricane Otis, how it popped up off of Mexico. Well, the wind shear was really light for Otis, and it was later in the season, so there was a lot more warmer waters to work with. But mainly it was very light wind shear, I remember. And so there you go. Jacksonville, Travis, what's up, buddy? I don't see much coming for Jacksonville in a while. Real life fisherman's wife. If you're going to Disney, I don't think it'd be that bad. You got to remember these storms come and go. They don't last all day. Here's the latest radar. Just kind of show you that, especially Orlando. Very isolated stuff. I mean, it's not. This is the stuff down here. The constant rains that are be coming later. But Interstate 4 North seems like it's very isolated. I'm surprised with the numbers that some of these things are given Pinellas County. But if you look back at what the Storm Prediction Center just showed, there's a chance we're going to see some heavy rains north of Manatee County today. So I think Disney is going to be fine. Weather for drive to Clearwater Beach from Virginia tomorrow. It'll be all right, Lake Matto. Actually, you're going to get just the rains when you get here. Everything else on the way here is going to be nice. So, but yeah, Shelly's kayaking around her property. Did you get a lot of rain yesterday, Shelly? Somebody's talking about a Mike Moore. Where's that at? 11th Street. Oh, there you go. You guys are talking good stuff over in the Brew crew. Need rain in Bandera, Texas, San Antonio. I don't know. You might get a little bit out of this stuff middle week. Venture Island, look at Saturday. Fine, Mike Soul. Have a good time, man. Very isolated Saturday. This time of year, nothing. All you're looking for is a weather system. And right now we have a weather system, but by Saturday it's pretty much dried out. So Sunday looks really good. You can always look at daily rainfall too. Look at this map here, QPF page. You can look at daily rains. It's just a good estimate of what's going on. Hit the QPF, hit day one. Here's the heavy rains today. That's a lot of rain. I'm surprised they don't have a red flood risk up, honestly. Tomorrow, it's more of the same. Friday. And then Saturday really starts to decrease. And then Sunday really decreases. And there's that blob up in the upper Gulf on Sunday. So Saturday didn't look too bad. We're up in Newberry, which is awesome. So we're going to miss most of this stuff. Crazy, right? We're going to be up here somewhere. But, this is a good map. It's right here. QPF page. Right there. Something to look at. And I'm really surprised we don't see red. I really surprised. Because yesterday we talked about it. I thought we were going to get a red for flood based on these rain trains that are so typical off the Gulf of Mexico. We definitely had flooding yesterday. We had US 19 cars underwater. We had flooding in Naples area. We had flooding in Sarasota. Enough that there was cars being stranded in roads. So, oh yeah, Joe, let's talk about a 300 GFS run. All right. So man, holy moly! If you're trying to build a weather channel online, just share like the worst case model, and you'll get a bazillion likes and shares. People love to see that. But GFS has been pulling up something out of here and bringing it up. Here's the latest one, right towards our good friend Morgan. Now, three different runs, probably three different places. This would be Sunday, June 23rd. And, I don't know. Take it for a grain of salt. Because every run of the GFS this time of year is going to spit up something different. Here's the 23rd. 18Z, 23rd. I mean, it's consistent. You got to give it that. But, man, it hasn't proved anything yet. So, very cautious to go past 10 days this time of year. Trust me. We tease it in the Brew crew and talk about things, but I don't know. But I guess, there's really no other models showing it, too. GFS has just been so bad over the years, spitting up hurricanes and stuff. Now the one that's got here. This is next week. This is next Wednesday. I tell you, the one model that's got me a little interested is this AI new European model. It is showing this. Actually going a little farther north next week. Take note, Bryan, Texas. But it is showing down the road something pulling up kind of in the same general area. So I don't want to discredit the GFS yet, but that's kind of interesting to me. So I'm glad you brought it up. I didn't see the new 6Z run yet. Last night 00Z had a little more hanging around, but you know it's worth. I mean, there's a 22nd, and the GFS already has something up there. But the idea is that's the 21st. Just cautious. That's all. But here's, 23rd. So, I mean, I got my eye on it. So let's look at some longer range ensembles now that we're going to do that. I completely forgot. Longer range. Let's look at SpaghettiOs. This is not the map for that. This will be down here. Tropical. Where the hell is it? It's not that one. It's down here. Tropical cyclones. EPS. Here it is. Okay, so we go to the tropical Atlantic. And let's just go to the Gulf, Caribbean. And we'll just look at long range ensemble means and get around a 22nd. There's just not a lot of, I mean, it's got a lot more bias back to the BOC. Not pulling up. But could be a hot spot, I guess. I don't know. I'm definitely not confident to share any of that yet. Can't cry wolf too many times. That's the problem in the tropics. So we'll see. I mean, hey, if you want an official opinion, not really showing it affecting the upper Gulf, but we'll see. I'll keep my eye on it. Is GFF ever correct? Very rarely, Josh. It's lost my love, but we can't say this AI is Euro is interesting. It's spinning up next week's system a little more to the north. So that's why we don't want to 100% take your eye off of it, Texas. But like I said, wind shear is going to be a little less next week. But we'll keep an eye on this trend to the north if any other models. The 12Z model is starting to run around noon. But this is basically what the European ensembles are showing later in the month. If we were to get anything, it'd be more Western biased. I mean, the theory all year, or that we've been talking about, is more of a push this early season stuff. If we have a strong Bermuda high, that just seems to be the trend with a La Nina setup. Early year storms, possibly. I mean, here's your big high. This is next week's look at things. Large high, steering currents, pretty much shoving anything into the Western Gulf. That's for the system next week. You can just see that high pressure system building in. GFS has got a big high pressure system next Wednesday. And that's kind of been what we've been talking about for this season. If we, a La Nina year, a lot less storms here, more push, this way, as this thing blocks any sort of recurve. So that's what we're seeing now. Pattern is there. This is next week. Whatever's here might just keep on getting a push northwest. If anything starts to form here, then it's probably going to end up going eventually that way. So, hey, just come in slow next time. Hey, Emily. What's up, Danny? Good morning. Pembroke Pines. I know where that's at. You all had a lot of flooding down there with Ada. I remember driving through. Thank you. Got coffee? Yeah. My daughter brought me coffee, everybody. She's wearing a Rosarina shirt. Do you know what that means? They sent him back down to the minors.
Why?
Because we bought the shirt. He didn't play yesterday. We don't know why. I'm a Duncan guy. I love Duncan. All right, what can we talk about? Anything particular? We're going to be... Oh, Siesta Key for sure had bad flooding, Lord Andrew. Yes, around St. Armand Circle. So that's about it. We're going to go over to the Brew Crew here in a second. Shelly's getting caught up. Shelly works hard on everything on that. Listen, if you're ever interested in joining our Brew Crew, we got a lot of perks and stuff. But this year I'm more excited than anything because we actually have our own private social channel. That means everybody can join, and you're independent of all social that way. It's got really nice notifications. You can watch the Daily Brew live. I can respond better on there and communicate with everybody for as little as $4.99 a month. But if we got a hurricane coming, you can't sign up and expect overnight access because it takes manual power. So check it out. We're geared up for the season. All the information that you need on that is right there. BAMWP subscriber. We'd love to have you. We mail out Christmas cards and stickers and all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to test out the Cat 5 texting here today. We text out the Cat 5s. I'm going to text it out that we got nothing imminent, but 2 little systems brewing for Texas mainly. Next week we might need to watch. There's a current radar. Cool. All right. Thomasville. We've been up there, Terry, playing college. Emily had a game up there. We stopped at your local McDonald's. There's a railroad track there in town that I ran over years ago, and I lost a hubcap on my trailer. All right. Cool beans. We'll be here tomorrow. Thanks, Felice, for the app. Yeah, I love my little app. It's very simple. We'll be here tomorrow, 9:19 Eastern. I did a TikTok live last night. Anybody around for that? But anyway, I'll still be updating. We just won't be live on Friday. So, all right. Have a great day. I might be down south checking out some of these rains. We'll see. Carrie, Michelle, thank you. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. So Ian, Sahara Dust. I owe it to my Jamaican friends. Let's talk about the dust real quick. We did have a little plume that came across. Let me get a cool link here. Here it is. Look at this on my Fox Hurricane. Look at that. That's all the dust right now. So that is a lot of dust. That's why you don't have a lot of storms right now across the Caribbean and across the Atlantic into there. There's a lot of dust. And if you look at the convection map here, you can probably see it. I assume we're going to see it. There it is. So, I mean, this whole area here is nada because of dust. Now, long range dust maps. Let's take a look. That's a big plume. I did see a report out of Trinidad about the dust, and I was like, oh. Don't really look out there this time of year because we don't really get tropical development. But here's that wave now, and it's just going to continuously keep on pumping. Very normal this time of year. Slows down storms and keeps things kind of dry. But that's one we got now is actually reaching Florida. We got dust in Florida. How's that going to work out? 3 days from now. Might get some little dust here across South Florida. Makes pretty sunsets, apparently. I want to prove that myth. Is it true or not? I don't know. I always say it. I need to see it because I really don't know. Long range moisture map. Let's take a look at that for our friends in the Caribbean real quick. Tropical Atlantic. Look at nothing really showing up significant as far as waves. So there is a pretty healthy wave that just came off Africa, though. Look at this one. We do have a pretty healthy wave that just came off Africa this time of year. Look at this thing. It's a pretty big wave. If it didn't have all that dust out there, who knows what would happen. But that's pretty juicy for this time of year. Very juicy. Coming off. Look at that. There's even got a little, appears to be a little bit of outflow. Look at that. That's incredible. You can probably see it here on the 850 map. Coming around off. Yeah, look at that. You can get all kinds of convergence. Look at that. That's so awesome. So these systems, early season, they get the winds from the south and the winds from the north, and sometimes they get spinning. You can see it trying. Look at that. Crazy, huh? But we got a lot of dust too, so it probably will fizzle out. This is all your dust map out there, so it probably will lose moisture as it tries to come across the Atlantic. Sal! Sean confirming that Sal makes beautiful sunsets. How about that? All right, cool. Raw. Is it raw? Saharan dust made the beaches with golden flecks of sand. Wow. I know that it accumulates. I've seen people send me pictures where the dust actually was on cars and grills, patio furniture. Anyway. All right, cool, y'all. Oh my God, we went way past an hour. Hey, awesome. Appreciate that. Watching us. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Don't forget our good buddies. I mentioned them earlier, Direct Remodels. 40% off for Florida. They're big in the middle part of the state. So if you're looking for impact windows, there's no one better. 40% off. You will not believe what they're going to do for you. They're huge fans of our page. So appreciate that. And we will see you all tomorrow.